General, Finnish Tourism Board, Mr. Jakov Lentinen, Director of Tourism Turku, Mrs. Anna-Margaret Niemi, President of Skål International Turku and National Committee of Finland, Ms. Susanna Sari, Honorary and past Presidents of Skål International, distinguished guests, fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you here to Turku for the 72nd Skål International World Congress. On behalf of the Executive Committee of Skål International and all Skål members worldwide, I would like to extend my appreciation to all the partners, sponsors and colleagues in Finland who have worked so hard to make this Congress a reality. The current Executive Committee of Skål International has embarked on a series of new initiatives this year. We have changed our corporate identity to a new and modern format. We have greatly enhanced the electronic newsletters and Skål News to make it far more appealing to our members. We have embraced new technologies such as Facebook, video messaging, personalised emails, and have had an application for smartphones produced that will allow our members easy access to the Skål database whenever they travel throughout the world. Additionally, we have upgraded the Skål promotional DVD to a shorter, more dynamic version, which you saw a little earlier. And we have also dramatically improved the Skål website and significantly enhanced the members' benefits section and established the new Skål Greeter program. What I know for sure, ladies and gentlemen, is that Skål is alive and well throughout the world. One of our greatest challenges we face is the retention of members, and I'm hopeful that the new initiatives and programs that the Executive Committee have implemented will enable us to retain more of our members and attract new ones. There are few organisations in the world that are built on friendship on an international level, and I believe it is imperative that all colleagues share their experiences when attending congresses, national and international events, to explain to fellow colleagues the great value of being part of this wonderful organisation. My presidential theme this year is linking business with friends worldwide, and I encourage you to actively use the database on the Skål website and take advantage of the opportunity of doing business with almost 19,000 fellow colleagues. There are also many personal benefits to be gained by members and their families by being actively involved in Skål. And I can firmly attest that in my experience in Skål has been absolutely wonderful. I've met many great people from so many cultures and have learned so much and have enjoyed such great friendship and camaraderie. Thank you for the great honour and privilege of being your president this year. It has been challenging at times, but has always been a very rewarding experience, one that I will never forget and I will always cherish. I wish you all a very prosperous future and a very enjoyable Congress. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Fabulous.
We'll be delighted to approve them either online or via the old paper application form, and we do hope to have a reply back within about 72 hours with a, approved or requesting other information, etc. So, I mean, basically, everyone in the Secretariat is very happy with the way we're working and is always willing to answer any question that any member may have.
Thanks very much, Yvonne, and can I just reiterate that
reiterate my earlier comments that I'm extremely pleased with the way that the Secretariat operates under Yvonne's leadership. They're a great team down there. Yvonne and I have got to know each other very well this year with not having a Jim to assist us, and there's been a lot of communication between my home and the Secretariat, but anything I've asked for has been done in a very, very timely fashion. I've signed a lot of Spanish documents that I don't know what it really says, but I trust Yvonne.
Skål. Congratulations. We'll now have the election for vice.
So I would rather do it the way we are doing it right now, but as I said, on realistic figures, and I agree with President Tony, 20,000 are achievable, but then by the same saying, you did see, if we don't have the income, we do not spend.
I'm going to ask Maxine now to take the next agenda item, the presentation voting on the proposed amendments to the Skål International Statutes.
So, this task force was set up 2 years ago. They produced 2 significant reports based on those 2 extensive membership surveys. All of these documents have been available on the Skål website. There's substantive dialogue in these documents on the subjects covered in the statutes changes 17 to 23. The proposed changes are based on the wishes and views of the membership in terms of their desires for the future direction of Skål.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen, is that we've changed the login. You might be aware with the current system it's archaic in that there's 2 different areas to log in. One requires surname and an underscore and your first name and all that complication. The new login will simply be your surname, that is your family name, and your membership number. That's it. And once you thank you. And I'm going to ask Yvonne to call out the names of the clubs that qualified for this award. If you could please send up a representative from the club. We'd like you to come up on stage, and we'd like to get a big group photo at the end. So we're going to move this along fairly quickly, so I'd be really grateful if you listen up. There's 60 awards coming very quickly. So I'm sure you're keen to get through it. So here's my very talented team here, very, very attractive talented team I might add, who are going to hand out the certificates. So without any further ado, I'll hand over to Acting Secretary General Yvonne Mansell. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, another gentleman that's done a fantastic job for Skål International is Tom Vincent from Toronto. I could ask Tom to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, if we paid Tom Vincent about $1 an hour, I think we'd owe him about $50,000 because he has put an enormous amount of work into the task force for the repositioning of Skål over the last 3 years. And I know that for a fact because I've spent a lot of time with him discussing a lot of aspects, and he quietly sits in the background, but he gets a lot done, and I think Skål International owes him a great debt because he's now stepped down as the International Counsellor for Canada, so we won't see as much of him or hear as many of his jokes, but I do appreciate what he's done for us. Russell puts a huge amount of time into keeping Australia going so well. But in particular last year he had quite a challenging time because he was also the chairman of the organising committee of the Sydney Congress. And as you're aware, Jim sadly, Secretary General Jim Howe sadly passed away, and that really compounded the workload. And it was fairly challenging for him in all sorts of ways, exchange rates and numbers and all the things that went with it. So he's given up a huge amount of his time, and he overcame all that and did a fantastic job. So well done, Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, they're member to honour, and this is the highest award that we give out in Skål. And the first award voted by the General Assembly on Tuesday goes to, and this is in alphabetical order, so I'm very fair about this, is to Mr. John Bright from Southampton. Winners of the top 3 clubs for membership growth for the last year. And the third prize goes to Skål International Harare. And they're not here tonight, but they're the third prize winner. The second prize, the second highest level of new members, goes to Skål International Bangalore. This prize, ladies and gentlemen, for the club that has the highest growth of any club in the Skål group is Skål International Acapulco. If I could ask Kocho from Mexico to come forward, please. This award also comes with a special prize of a Congress-only registration for the next Congress in Seoul. Well done.
Executive Committee and the portfolios. I will call one by one. Vice President Senior Monk Singh. We will have executives and reposition of Skål. Next one is Vice President Junior Karin Kulanch. We need John Skål, so she will be up there. Then, a new elected director, Celie Shea. Business Affairs and Membership Development. And last of our directors will be the elected director, Graham Blackie.
La luce
In June last year, the Skål fraternity was absolutely saddened by the very sudden loss of our Secretary General, Mr. Jim Power. Jim had started his career in Skål in his home country of Ireland, where he held numerous senior positions.
What a handsome guy,
and,
you know.
He was elected as director at the Congress in Cape Town in 1992 when I first met him. He was subsequently appointed as the Secretary General shortly after by the Executive Committee at that time. Jim served for 17 years on the executive, as a Secretary General, and did an absolutely superb job. And we're all very saddened and shocked by his departure. I think it would be fair to say, ladies and gentlemen, we could describe Jim as a true gentleman, a good friend, and an outstanding Skålie. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have helped me along the way, many people in this room who've supported me and given me encouragement. Without that, I never would have been in this position today. And I particularly would like to thank the members of Skål Australia who've supported me now for such a long time.
Yes.
They've been a tremendous support to me. I have had 6 years on the Australian Executive and 6 years on the International Executive Committee. So it's a 12-year apprenticeship, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm concerned that I'm going to have Skål deprivation disorder as of Friday. I may need some counselling, but I'll see how I go. I'd also like to thank the past and honorary presidents who have given me such wise counsel over the years. They've assisted me enormously. I've often come to them for advice, and they've freely given it to me, often fairly severely, but they've been a great support. I'd particularly like to thank the past presidents I've served under, Jan Sunday, Litsa Papathanassi, Phil Sims, Julius Landis and Nick Rashish. They've been terrific people to work with. I'd also like to pay tribute to the Secretariat staff under Acting Secretary General Yvonne Mansell's leadership. She's been a fantastic support to me. She's done a great job. As has all the people at the Secretariat. They are just brilliant people and lovely to work with. I particularly really like to say a huge thank you to the team I've worked with this year on the Executive Committee, to Enrique, Mock, Corinne, Marianne, Anne and Bent. You've been tremendous people. We've had a lot of laughs. I want you to know that my new name on Friday is Tony Who, not Tony Boyle, and I understand why that's going to happen. But look, I'd like to also thank the many people that have helped me and looked after me this year in all my travels. I've had the great fortune and pleasure to travel to many countries, visit many clubs, go to all the congresses, and the hospitality and the camaraderie that I experienced was just simply outstanding, and it's something I'll never forget and I'll always be grateful for. So thank you to you for looking after me so well. The President-elect of Skål International, Enrique Quesada, to do the Skål toast in Spanish.
Thank you. Please repeat after me. Por favor, repitan después de mí. A todos los escalegas del mundo. Felicidad. salud, amistad, larga vida, Skål!
Now I'll ask Senior Vice President Corinne Coulage, Junior Vice President, to do the Skål toast in French.
À tous les amis du monde, bonheur, santé, amitié, longue vie, Skål!
Ladies and gentlemen, my last toast as President. I'm going to remember this one. To fellow Skåligs everywhere. Happiness. Good health. Friendship. Long life. Skål! Thank you. I'll now hand over to the President-elect Enrique Casada to introduce his executive team.
Well, I think I did before, but you know, Maxim's is an executive committee, he's the status. Right here we have the junior vice president, Corinne Coulage, remains the same. Public relations, a very good friend, the director, Mariana Crown, she's again. In finance, then we have a good friend, Anna Lutens, who will be in Young Skål. We have to push her on Skål. See, she's there, right there. The two elected committee, then is Sally Chin, which is now in member development and business affair, and a new elected director, Graham Blackie, which is now focused in special projects, especially in China area, which is going to be developed. And again, our Councilor President, Mr. Ben Haller, it's a pleasure. And our Acting Secretary, Yvonne.
When we officially exchange the chain of office, and before I do that, I'd just like to say a very big thank you for the final time. I think I spoke fairly extensively about it last night, but I'd like to say a very huge thank you to all of you for giving me the honour and the privilege of being your president for the last year. I've had a fantastic experience. I've met wonderful people. I've learned so much, and I hope you feel that I've done a reasonable job throughout the years. So thank you so much for the great honour. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. And now I would like to present the past president, international chain. It will be now Tony belongs to the very exclusive past president club. Correct? Thank you very much. And before dear friends, I'm very honored to be elected by your president. Be sure that I will follow the best step of my predecessors and I will put my deepest and hardest will in the benefit of Skål. Membership, Skål spirit, values, tradition. And again, thank you for your vote. I will appreciate that.